Hi, Rev Scott here, and as we're sharing this morning brew, I want to confess that as a Christian, there are many times when my faith fails. Now, I've seen people come back from the dead. I have seen miracles happen over and over again, but it's like the faith bucket has a hole in it. It needs to constantly be filled. We've got a story today from Mark chapter 8, and it says, during those days, another large crowd gathered. And since they had nothing to eat, Jesus called his disciples to him and said, I have compassion for these people. They've already been with me for 3 days and have had nothing to eat. If I send them home hungry, they will collapse on the way, because some of them have come a long distance. His disciples said, but where in this remote place can we get enough bread to feed them? How many loaves do you have? Most people don't realize is that there is a feeding of the 5,000, but there's also a feeding of the 4,000. And after the miracle of the 5,000, we come to the same situation, and Jesus says the same thing. He says, give them something to eat. And the disciples say the same thing, but where are we going to find that something to eat? Because they've failed to recognize that they follow the one who can do the most incredible things. And so we as Christians need to make sure that our faith in the Lord never fails. Think back, how many times have you seen miracles? And yet sometimes we come to that point where we have almost no faith. And the faith comes from drawing back in and seeing what the Lord is doing. That can come through the Word of God or reading testimonies around the world of what God is doing and realizing what an incredibly powerful God we serve. Now, it's not just about head knowledge, it's about hand knowledge. You see, when we know and believe in our head, that's great. But what really shows faith more than anything else in the world is when we put our faith in action and when we start feeding those people who are hungry. When we start going out there and preaching the gospel, knowing that people will come to know the Lord. When we start laying on hands and looking for opportunities to pray because we know who we serve, because our faith bucket is full. So today, is your faith bucket full? Maybe look back on your own story and see how God has worked so powerfully and the opportunities that you've ministered and seen God do the most incredible things. And then go out there and do it again. God bless and have a great day.